looking poor and why it's important to be poor, I had to disagree. So recently I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube and in social media about why it's important to look poor. And I want to give a different perspective. I've been poor, I'm wealthy now, I've created financial independence, and I want to share my perspective why I actually believe looking rich is important. And not so much it's important for others, but feeling rich before you are actually rich is so important. And I'm not talking about going out and buying expensive things that you can't afford, putting things on a credit card, buying Louis Vuitton purses and Rolexes that you can't afford. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about looking rich and put together as a human being, and also experiencing rich things that you have never experienced. And here's why. I remember when I lived in Aspen, Colorado at age 21. And if you ever have heard about Aspen, Colorado, it's one of the wealthiest places in the entire world. And I truly believe this place changed my perspective about wealth and what's possible. When I lived in this town, I saw literally the wealthiest people. I did landscaping, I worked at a 5-star hotel, and I was surrounded by these successful people. So my environment literally rewired me and showed me what's possible. So being in this rich environment and going to expensive places, expensive restaurants, expensive hotels, treating yourself once in a while and saving up money and flying first class so that you get taste. What does it feel like to be wealthy and abundant? Because a lot of people been taught that acting poor, looking like poor, will ultimately make you rich. I really think that's furthest from the truth. I'll tell you another quick story. I remember 7 years ago or 8 years ago, I bought Tesla X. It was like a $100,000 car. It was completely out of my comfort zone. I've never bought a new car. And the first car I buy, it's a 6-figure car. And I don't know what happened. Ever since I bought that car, my business just propelled and exploded. And I really believe is because I start feeling and seeing myself in a completely different light. So I understand that saying that, wear simple t-shirt and jeans and just, wear your $50 watch but have true wealth behind the scenes that nobody knows. That could work for certain people, but you have to find what works for you. And sometimes looking rich, feeling rich can actually change your perspective, and most importantly also how others perceive. Because let's be real, there's been so many psychology books written that when people meet you and how you present yourself, of course, how you talk, how you walk, your smile, your hair, your clothes, we are designed, we are wired to make instant snap decisions about the other person. So if I show up looking nice, I have a nice shirt, I have great clothes, and I'm clean, I'm presentable, and of course I'm a nice person, I'm smiling, and I'm shaking my hand, and you notice maybe my watch, my car, you will instantly think that I am successful. And I'm not talking about faking it and buying something more than you can afford, but I'm saying just put your best foot forward. And don't feel bad if you want to splurge on 1 or 2 nice things. Maybe your thing is a watch and you want to buy a nice watch. Maybe it is a car. Maybe your car payment is more than it should be, but you truly enjoy and that makes you feel good, makes you successful. Treat yourself, do it. As long as it doesn't put you in a jeopardy, going bankrupt or running out of money or being on the street. I'm not talking about that. But it's okay to wanting to look rich and looking rich, because ultimately I do believe it can actually help you succeed. So I know this nonsense about looking poor and why it's important to be poor, I had to disagree. It might work for some people, but I choose to treat myself and I choose to experience different things because it has helped me advance in life. And the last thing I would say is when you surround yourself with more successful people than you, it's a different level of people, different mindset, different experience, and just being in that environment, putting yourself in that environment, it elevates you. You might learn something that you never knew before and help you grow in life. So again, if you want to look poor, that's okay. But if you want to feel rich, look rich, it's okay too, because ultimately looking rich can actually help you become rich. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you want to learn about building wealth, building businesses, because my goal is to help you create financial independence faster than I did. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.